Wacky Weschester. Where the heck am I? Westchester County is one wacky place. Not that it isn't a great place to call home, it's just that sometimes it's hard to know exactly where your home really is. You see, Westchester has a dizzying number of boundaries and borders. The county has 45 municipal governments, 46 public school districts, and more than 80 different postal zones. For example, if you live in the Edgemont School District, you also live in the hamlet of Edgemont, but you have a Scarsdale mailing address and live in the town of Greenburgh. If you live anywhere in the town of Rye, you also live in a village. That's because all the real estate in town is in one of three villages: Mamaroneck, Portchester, or Rye Brook. Getting any of this yet? The reason Westchester is so wacky goes back to colonial times. The first towns were incorporated in the wake of the American Revolution. But that was just the beginning. Over the years, groups of local residents began to break away from towns into smaller, separate villages. The villages broke away for a variety of reasons: to have control over their own affairs, to collect more taxes by including neighborhoods with higher tax bases, and in some cases to distance themselves from neighborhoods they might have seen as undesirable. School district borders evolved in much the same way. The problem is, many school district and municipal boundaries were created without much regard for each other's borders. For instance, the Lakeland Central School District covers 6 towns, 3 in Westchester and 3 in Putnam County. If that isn't confusing enough, in 1963 the federal government established the zip code system, which set up postal zones that in many cases had little or no regard for existing municipal or school district boundaries. Then there are hamlets, which are literally all over the map. They're loosely defined neighborhoods that associate with a geographic area rather than the town or village they're in. Some, like Fleetwood and North White Plains, are postal zones. Others, like Edgemont and Rye Neck, are school districts. Yet others are simply neighborhoods that relate to a certain place name, places like Crestwood and Yonkers and Fairview and Greenburgh. And don't get me started on congressional and legislative districts. So where does that leave us? Well, when somebody asks you where do you live, you can tell them, I live in a hamlet, inside a village, inside a town, inside a school district, inside a legislative district, inside a postal zone. In wacky Westchester County.